again, it's Christina from Sunshine and Flora. So first of all, it's been a little while since I posted a video. We have just been so busy with the building project, and then my daughter was ill, and I just haven't gotten around to filming any footage for you guys, but now I'm starting to get some, so you will see some videos rolling out a lot in the next week or so. But today I am working with all of these daffodils I've been harvesting. My daffodils really exploded and are actually already done, but I am making all of my Spring Bouquet Subscription bouquets today, so I thought I would share that with you guys. I want to show you how I harvest daffodils, but then I also want to show you all the varieties that I'm growing. Most of these are specialty double daffodils. I have a list of some singles that I want to plant for next year, and so I will share that with you at the end of the video. But first, I just want to go through the specialty varieties that I plant, and then we'll put the bouquets together and I'll show you what those look like. So when I harvest the daffodil, I don't need a pruner. I just pull it right out with my hands. So I go all the way down into the ground to the very base of the stem, and then you just kind of pinch and pull, and you'll hear the stem snap and it pops right off. This will give you the longest stem length. Daffodils also will naturalize every year, so if you plant 50 daffodils one year, you may end up having 75, 100, even more the next year, and they naturalize and multiply every year. So it's kind of like free flowers. It's pretty awesome. When I harvest my daffodils, I want to make sure that they are at least in the gooseneck stage. So that means that the flower has bent like a gooseneck and it's started to open. This little outer seal, if you call it, is broken, and that means that it's ready to harvest. So when I make bouquets for my clients today, I will be giving them a mixture of daffodils that are partway open to open and closed. Then their bouquet will last as long as possible. And you can see on these, I have really good stem length. Now, as far as the varieties go that I have, the most that I have of is this yellow variety with the little orange tips in the center. This is called Tahiti, and oh my gosh, is this a producer. And these stems are like 2 feet long. They are really awesome. I've had customers that just absolutely love these, and these to me are the longest lasting out of all of them. Another variety that I have, white variety with kind of a peach ruffle in the center, and this one is called Replete. These I try to pick when they are definitely just opening because they tend to last the longest that way. Let's see. I have a few of a variety I planted last year that's kind of a double white variety. I'll have to look that one up, so I will put the name of that on the screen. And then I also have a variety that is yellow with a split corona called Casada. And I need more of these. I only had a few. I planted them last fall, and I think I only had like 25 bulbs. So that is on my list to plant more of next year. And then I have a few of one that is white with a peach corona. It's a single daffodil. I'll put the name up on the screen. I definitely need more of this one also. A couple other varieties that I plan to plant this fall are Mount Hood, which is a traditional looking daffodil, but it's all white. And then Ice Follies, which is white with the pale yellow center. And I think then that will give me a really good range of daffodils to mix or sell as singles all through the spring. All right, so as far as my bouquets go, this is the first one, like I said, for my Spring Bouquet Subscription. So the first one I told them would be all daffodils. The second one will most likely be tulips. Then I hope to get into things like ranunculus, anemones, and peonies for the last ones. So basically for these bouquets, I'm doing 15 to 16 of these specialty daffodils. I'm wrapping them in paper. I'm mixing the varieties, and that's about it. So let me go grab my paper that I'm using and we'll get one put together. Okay, back with the paper. I just use a craft paper. I got a 18-inch tall roll from Uline that I think is like 300 feet long, and I cut off of this for my bouquets. For these, I do a little bit smaller of a square. It's roughly like a 16 by 16, and then I fold it off center in a triangle, and this is what I wrap the flowers in. So let me scoot these forward a little bit. I want to make sure that you guys can see. So basically, I'm going to go through, and I kind of like to pick the ones that are open first. and I'm doing 15 to 16. I am going to put a couple that are not open up in the top here. So I start with the yellow, and then since I don't have as many of the others, I kind of mix those around the sides. I mean, the stem length on these is crazy. You will notice that every year, your daffodils, as they naturalize, they also get taller. So for example, if your variety says it's going to be like 18 to 20 inches tall, it may not be that tall the first year. You need to wait for the second or the third year for it to get that tall. So the first year, you may not even harvest that variety. You'll just let it grow, develop its energy, and then you can harvest it the second year. Okay, let me count how many I have. I kind of lost track. So I need like 4 more. This one, he looks sad. I might not even use that one. It's too far gone. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, let's put one more that's not open in there. Okay, so now you can see my stem length are all different lengths. I want to go to the shortest stem and cut everything about right there. Okay, so here's what it looks like, but I want to show you this over a bucket, and maybe you'll be able to see it. See all that running out? That is sap. So once you cut a daffodil, they will leak that sap for about 3 to 4 hours, which is not a big deal if your bouquets are all daffodils. If you are mixing them with, say, tulips, you want to make sure to cut them and keep them separate from the rest of the things for that 3 to 4 hours. It has been said that they can hinder the lasting life of the other flowers. I don't know that I've experienced this myself because I always trim them and separate them, but just FYI to you if you're doing that. So I'm going to just set these in the water. I need to grab a rubber band to tie the bottom, and then we're going to get them in the paper. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap the rubber band around a couple times. Put my paper on a dry part of the table. All right, there's my bouquet. So simple, but beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of these made, and then I will show you what they all look like when they're done. One other thing I did want to mention, my bouquet subscriptions this year, I opened them up I think on Black Friday, and for me, I realized that was just way too soon. I think next year I'm going to be opening them up more around Valentine's Day. That tends to be when I sold the most, and I cut it off at 15 this year. So I had 15 at $95, and that was a good amount for me. Now that I know how my daffodils produce, I think next year I could up it to 20, maybe even 25, but 15 was a safe amount for me this year. So any extra daffodils that I have that won't be going out for the bouquet subscriptions today, I'll just do a post on social media and say I have X amount of bouquets available and try to sell them today and tomorrow. All right, let me get these bouquets made. Okay, so I have all the bouquets done for my bouquet subscription pickup setter for today. So I'm going to set these out front. And oh, the sun's coming out. It's been really rainy and dreary this morning. But as you can see, I still have a lot of daffodils left. So I'm going to make a bunch more extra bouquets, pop them in the fridge, and see how many more I can sell. I also just spilled my latte on the floor. I had taken one drink out of it, and I spilled it all over the floor. So now I have a really clean floor because I mopped it. But now I'm going to have to go back to the coffee shop because I really wanted a good coffee today. So anyway, I'm going to get ready for the customers. I'm going to grab that coffee, and I will get all of my footage caught up on and get all those videos out to you guys very soon. So I hope you're having a great day, and stay tuned for lots more gardening coming up, and we'll see you soon.